Hello, Mr. Eye2EyeIIIV, if I can say it this way at the end. I don't. It's supposed to be 5111 for number 8, but I know it's the other way around, 1115. So I say it this way, Eye2EyeIIIV, Mr. Thanks for sending the video amongst the other people that you did send the video to put out what you think about atheists or religion or whatever. What you call God, I call life. Atheists call God, I call life. Buddhists call God, I call life. Muslim and Christian and whatever religion you want to call it, they call it God. But they all have a different name for their God, and they all have the same one thing. They all make the same mistake. You see, they all live under the same stars, and they all live in the same life, strategy, timeline, and dimension. And everybody's fighting that, well, there's one simple question that man has never been really able to answer. Now, is it the chicken or is it the egg? The chicken or the egg? Now, this is a crucial question in accepting who we are in this all big experience, if you want it this way. Life experience, because we all live experience. I mean, we're not determined to know what life is before we live it, even though people teach us or we learn by ourselves. We're still ignorant before we get there. We're nothing. We're absolutely a big zero. You know, when we're born, we're crying for a bottle or nipple. And then when we're 17, 18, 20, 40 years old, we know everything. Now, all my life, I've said to people, and I've told myself. Now, the book of a wise man's book is all the pages are white. They're not written down on. You know why? Because to be wise, to be a wise man, you got to be open-minded. Now, hating somebody or something for what it represents to a person, your point of view, how you see it, is a different way of how the people is practicing their own religion, their own way of their seeing what life is. Now, stopping to say, well, one came before the other, and it's a story, and it's not true, and you know, Moby Dick is a great story. Some people read it just for the book. Some people read it because they like reading, and some people read it and they find a philosophical story behind the story. Understanding that a guy is stubborn, a guy doesn't want to let go, and he wants to get to his point when he wanted to get that big whale, and whatever the story is, people like it. It's a story, but it's a good story. It's a really, and it didn't happen. Probably didn't happen. Now, who cares? Who cares? You know, the moral of the story, what I'm trying to tell you is, it's not the book that makes the difference. It's how you interpret it and what you do with it. I mean, you can take a Bible and throw it at somebody's face. Now, that's not good. Or you can take a law book from human law and throw it at people's face, and you're still not good. So what side is the best? I mean, the best one for me is the one that's going to respect the other, whatever he thinks. Whatever he thinks. Starting a debate? Nah, not really. I'm wasting my time, because actually it's not one separate God for all of the people. It's one life we're all living in. Now, this is not refutable. This is one thing you have to acknowledge. This is one thing atheists have to acknowledge. There's one life. Some people call it God. Some people call it life. Some people call it science. But hey, it's all the same picture. You see green, they see red, I see the tree, and the other guy sees the light. And one sees the person. Now, what are you going to see in a big picture? What do you want to see in a big picture? What I want to see in a big picture is the big picture. Nobody else's colors. It's my way of thinking, of seeing life. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, even if I was atheist or Christian or a Muslim or Buddhist or whatever, I mean, my dog, if he starts biting me, I'm not gonna like him, even though if he's an animal and it's not his fault. It's natural. It's in his instinct to bite or kill or to survive as an animal. I'm not still gonna let him bite me. No way, man. Now some people are, oh, you don't touch an animal, you must not kill an animal, you're a murderer if you kill an animal. No, I'm not a murderer if I kill an animal. It's food chain. I mean, we're at the top, so I eat. What's behind that? I don't eat human being. I'm not a cannibal. But if you ask me if I'm gonna eat an animal to survive, and which some people like, I'm gonna say his name, Onision, recently killed a deer, and he's all, oh, it's an accident, man. He should have put it on his car and cut it up in little pieces and eat it, or give it to the next door neighbor. Maybe he wouldn't have gotten rotten on the side of the road or whatever. But that's another story. But anyways, just to tell you, it's just a question of point of view and the way you want to express it. As long as, you know, some people are debating and they want to absolutely win their case by saying whatever they can on whatever the other side or the other people that are not the same are doing wrong, or their mistake, and they're always checking, when's the next mistake? I'm gonna point him out. Everybody's doing this to everybody. Now everybody's on the tour to Babel. You know the Babel Tower? We're still on it. Have a good day. Thanks for the video. Gives me a chance to express myself about this, whatever I see, because I'm not debating my religion or my spirituality or the way I see life. Life? You call it God. Some people call it God. Some people call it science. Some people call it Buddha. And some people don't even want to believe in it. And whatever. They don't have a choice to believe in life. Have a good one.